Good day, Troops01 here for an action figure review, and today we're reviewing two action figures, the Marvel Select Incredible Hulk and the Marvel Select Abomination. If you're in Australia and you're looking for collectibles, go to Tuggernauts Collectibles, link in the description below. And while you're there, I would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Hulk versus Abomination, it's a rivalry of perfection because both gamma ray powered individuals are strong enough to beat the hell out of each other. So this rivalry started in the comic book Tales to Astonish 90 and 91. First, let's measure up Hulk on how heavy he is. This is a big package, and as you can see, he's over a kilo. It's 1,059 grams. So that's how heavy the package is already. And in the package, he comes with his one accessory, which is a beat up base, a diorama of a street wherein it felt like the Hulk fell on it. And here you can see there are peg holes. There are pegs wherein you can put the peg holes in his feet. So there's actually the Hulk has two peg holes in each feet, so it can firmly get in these two pegs here. As you can you see it clearly? There you go. It's not that obvious, but yeah, it's more than enough to hold the weight of the Hulk. But yeah, this figure doesn't have any problem standing up. It is pretty good. So there you go. There's the two peg holes on each feet, and just try to put him there. But first, before all that, we would like to measure how heavy actually the Hulk is. A while ago in the package, he weighed over a kilo, and without the package, he weighs 763 grams. That's rather very heavy for an action figure. So let's see it. Take a closer look at the Hulk, and you can see here the nice sculpt here, and you can see the dark washes. And if you look at his face, you can see how great the paint job is done on the eyes. You can see the pupil there. It's really good. The expression of anger in his face and his mouth, and you can see his teeth there, just pretty white a bit, but very angry. Yeah. uh, his hair is the traditional hair of the Incredible Hulk. And you can see here is in his arms, you can see the veins popping out. Yeah, it's a dark wash here in the middle, highlighting the muscles of the Hulk. So we can see here he's in his traditional purple or violet pants. This is a soft plastic, and you can see how good the detail is done here. It's actually the ends are a bit bendy. You know where the tear of the pants are, here at the bottom. So both sides, they're bendy, and also in the waist. Yeah, that one's also bendy as well, in the bendy plastic. Yeah, so here you go. So for the articulation, his head can move that much to the left and move that much to the right. There's no problems moving his head. It can go 360 easily, and he can't look that much up and look down. It's just weird how his neck is. It's like he doesn't have a neck or some sort. So yeah, that's how good the articulation is, but not perfect looking, especially with his neck. Now he doesn't have an ab crunch, but in terms of his arms, you can just simply stretch out his arms that way. It's not a perfect 90 degrees, it's somewhat less than that. And he does have a single jointed elbow. Okay, he can bend that much. He has a wrist swivel as well. Unfortunately, he's always in a punching um, fist, so he doesn't come with alternate fist. And there's a waist swivel right here. No ab crunch, so just a waist swivel. The cloth does conceal it a bit, so it's not that obvious when he swivels, which is really good when you pose him. Then for his legs, it's a bit chunky. There's some kind of a butterfly-like uh, mechanism here under the leg. This is pretty common for Marvel Select figures. I think Magneto has the same thing. Sabretooth, all of them have that similar mechanism in their legs. So you can do a little split, but not that much, and you can close him up that much straight. Then his knees cannot move backward that much because this muscle, this back muscle hinders it. Then he has a swivel on the knee for some reason. And in terms of the feet, his feet can move downward that much and can tilt upward that much. Doesn't have any ankle rockers. So that's pretty much the articulation of the Hulk. It's not that much. It's just how it is for Marvel Select figures, especially this size. You can't really expect much from its articulation, but he's really good to pose around because of the paint detail, as you can see here. It's really good paint detail, excellent. It's more comic book like though. Then next is we have the Abomination, which appeared in the Tales to Astonish number 91. The difference between Hulk and Abomination is retains his mind when he transforms. He's still sane in a way. He can still think. That's his strength over the Hulk, because the Hulk, when he transforms, he's all brute and crazy. But the Abomination is still smart. He can still think. Now let's take a look at the Abomination here. This is an excellent figure, especially in terms of the sculpt and detail. You can see how the mossy wash here, it's really good, the blending of colors in terms of the green and the brown and the dark black. It's really a good wash here, and you can feel the texture as well, like how they sculpt this figure is really good. It's all detailed. It's not that spiky like the anti-venom Marvel Select, but this one's really good. You can feel the texture of his body and a good face sculpt as well here. Really menacing look of the Abomination with white eyes and his yellowish teeth. Yeah, really good figure. But with this kind of figure, the articulation again, like the Hulk, is limited because Diamond Select built this more on making a good sculpt. He doesn't have peg holes at the bottom of his feet as well, but yeah, the Abomination has no problem standing up. He's pretty sturdy, and like the Hulk, he's very heavy, so you won't have any problems making him stand. He comes with one small accessory, which is a base for a cardboard diorama. So it's not that much. Maybe you can use this thing as a bent bent metal that you can bash. So let's fix it up. You can put the diorama. You can choose this one, the sundown like city, or the other one at the back. So you can put it there. it doesn't really do justice that much because yeah, the Abomination is huge and you're gonna put him beside such kind of a small diorama. So let's try to do the articulation now. His head cannot move. Yes, because of how he's sculpted, you cannot move this head. It will just stay that way. Cannot look up, cannot look down. In terms of his arms, similar to the Hulk, it can only do a little. It can't do a 90 degrees, but this is really very small. It's his shoulder which prevents his arm from stretching forward more. Yeah, it's just hard for him to articulate because of all the detailing in his body. So yeah, he has a single jointed elbow. It's a bit hard to move it at first, and you can see some of the paint chipping off as you move him. Yes, that's how much he can articulate his menacing forearms. He can do a 360, and there are a wrist swivel here, and his hands are always positioned that way. He doesn't have an alternate arm. He has a waist swivel here as well. Not good in concealing it. He has a single jointed knees and some articulation on the feet as well, similar to the Hulk. Basically, it's just like the same figure. It's the Hulk in terms of articulation, but he's just sculpted differently. And yeah, it's very limited. His movements are very limited, but the sculpt is outstanding. It's way better compared to the Marvel Legends Abomination. This one is really menacing, and he really scales well even with the Marvel Legend 6-inch line because the Abomination was supposed to be big. So there you go. This big figure is amazing. So putting them side by side, the Incredible Hulk and Abomination, they both stand over 9 inches. Both are really big, so you can see them back to back. Here, some size comparison with another Marvel Select, the Marvel Select Venom, which is 7 inches, so you can see how big they are. Comparing it with other Marvel Legend action figures, the Deluxe Apocalypse and the Beast, so you can see it still scales well. There you go. Thank you for watching this action figure review between two humongous Marvel Select figures, the Incredible Hulk and Abomination. Hope you enjoyed it and stay safe.